What's up, everybody? It's your girl Kiwan, and I am back with a new drama series that is on Peacock called Girls Need Love. And this is just basically a series that is centering three sorority sisters. They're navigating relationships, careers in the city of Atlanta, y'all. And they're focusing basically on self-discovery, friendships, and the complexities of modern dating. Y'all know how that go. I haven't watched all. It's only 6 episodes, so I haven't watched it. So I did say Sundays I am going to give y'all, for the next 6 weeks, I'm going to give y'all Girls Need Love. I thought it was really, really cute. But again, I'm only in episode 1. So yeah, y'all work on. I have not watched the rest of the episodes. Anyway, this is season 1, episode 1, Sexy, Social, and Single. And so we meet Tasia. Tasia is a business owner. And we have Alexis and Fallon. Those are the three. This is the show. We're centering a show around these three ladies in their lives. So anyway, Tasia walks in because, her and the girls are at brunch, and we find out that Lex is AKA Alexis. They just call her Lex on the show. Her man name is Dante, and Dante is tripping again. We already know what that means. All right. Tasia is basically that single woman that probably was hurt before, but she's like, nah, I'm not gonna let nobody do me. So everything I do is very transactional. However, she doesn't fall in love. She actually has 3 rules. 3 rules to not, set yourself up for the okie doke. Okay? Sometimes I feel like Tasia is me. So basically, she's just like, well, do them like they used to do you. They've been knowing each other. The ladies been knowing each other since college. Tasia tells Alexis that you were once studying for the bar until you met Dante. Once you met Dante, you became a housewife. And she tells Lex to leave Dante. And I agree. We'll get more into Alexis and Dante later. But Tasia is that type of friend. If I'm not growing from this, you're not growing from this, friend, why are you here? And I know it sounds, to a lot of people who are in relationships that they feel like they're stuck in, you never want to hear your friend tell you to leave. Or you never want to hear a woman say to another woman, leave. But what people like Tasia, people like me, yeah, we're going to probably tell you to leave. Because what the alternative of all of that is, y'all are unhappy, people are unhappy, and y'all keep coming to us with y'all stuff instead of just actually leaving what you know you're supposed to be doing. But you don't want to. So anyway, I just had to say that. So Tasia, she's single, she's chilling. I'm not mad at her. Her slogan is, she has a slogan that she goes by. If he don't treat you right, then find somebody else to do it. Tasia is also a podcaster, because y'all know we have a lot of relationships. She's a relationship. I think she was a relationship expert. But we find now everybody's in their relationship podcast bags and all of that. And I wasn't mad at it. So anyway, we meet Fallon. Fallon is the other friend. She was at brunch. She's the friend that is going to woo woo woo. It's gonna be okay. I don't wanna. She's that friend. And I love Fallon. I feel like there's a part of me also that kind of connect with Fallon and like I connect with Tasia. But Fallon is that friend that's like, listen, it's gonna be all right. And I that's cool. She's the one that's gonna soothe your wound. So Fallon is headed to a speed dating event, and she meet up with Fendi, who's actually hosting the speed dating event, which is played by Zell Swag. And y'all know Zell off of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Love and Hip Hop Miami. So he's hosting a speed dating event, and Fallon was actually invited to. And when I tell y'all the bar was set in hell for these men, the way these men, one man was like, "Oh, you so voluptuous," and she was just like, "Ugh." One man said, "I'm the prize. You don't have to value me." It's just like, these are the reasons why women don't date, because a lot of y'all are raggedy. All right. So, Tasia, we get to Tasia. Tasia's at home about to watch TV. And no, I'm sorry, Tasia is out. She's meeting Jordan. Jordan is an artist. He owns an art gallery. And he's very, when you look at the art, I think it was different pictures of him. It was pictures drawn of him with different, his face was different. Like he had different aspects of him. And I just thought that was so nice. Tasia met up with Jordan because she actually is doing a lingerie line, and she wants to have her fashion show at his art gallery. But Jordan is baby heavy on the flirtation, because the moment he met Tasia, he wanted her. Okay, Tasia is beautiful. Okay, just like the other ladies, but we just gotta zone in on Tasia. Tasia was a beauty. Tasia says, as she's looking at the art, and I think that's what made me sad. She was like, her view of the world is a very dark place. And you could tell even in that moment there was a lot of hurt there. And that's why she presents herself. That's why I feel like Tasia presents herself the way she do. Because her view on life is very sad. But when you see her, she's vibrant and she's jovial. But you can still see those hurt places that sit in Tasia. But hopefully y'all, as the episodes go on, we'll delve more into Tasia and why she is the way she is. But Jordan is 26 years old. He wants to take Tasia out on a date, and he wants her bad, just upon meeting her. But she said, no, you were too young. And I think Tasia is up in her 30s, and she doesn't want to mix business with pleasure. And again, I have not watched these episodes. It's only 6 episodes, so I don't know what to expect. So anyway, we're at Alexis. We call her Lex on here. And she's home. She's sad. She's somber. She's just down because Dante is doing what Dante is doing. So Dante arrives home, and she's unhappy. And so she was wanting to talk with him. But he was like, he feels like it's his that's going to change her mind or make her happy, like some of you do. Okay, y'all think it's the way of the world, and it is not. Okay, it is not the way of the world. So of course he used affection and sex to change her attitudes. He was like, you want me to change, what did he say? Something about her attitude, and I'm gonna change your attitude. And I was like, I don't like it. Immediately no. I don't like Dante. Immediately no. Because he's a cheater. And this lady is shrinking. Like Lex is literally shrinking. When she was at brunch with her friends, she literally was shrinking. She was looking at another couple. Now that I remember, she was looking at another couple, and she was like, oh my God, I remember when me and Dante used to be like that. It's like, ma'am, you're going to have to snap into reality. That's how y'all used to be when y'all first met. Or is it? But today, y'all are not there. So anyway, they do what they need to do. Then we get into the next scene, which is Fallon. She's still at the speed dating event. And I feel like that was the speed dating event from hell. Okay, because no ma'am. So she leaves. She goes outside to wave it on her car. Fendi comes out because her and Fendi and the ladies are friends, as we see as this episode progresses. he tells Fallon, you know, it was some cuties in there. And she was like, they were cute, but they were misogynistic, they were narcissistic, and they need a therapist and not a date. Okay, when I tell you, I was like, ew. Like, I don't mind going to speed dating. I don't mind people dating. I have a problem with everybody dating and you've done zero work on you. But you expect somebody else, and you expect somebody else to just, you know, you want to be with somebody else and you want to pile all of your trauma on them. That is not okay. So anyway, Fendi was like, girl, listen, I'm not trying to get you to marry nobody. I just want you to get one off for the night. And she was like, this is another thing we learned about Fallon. I'm a PK. I don't do things like that. Okay, I am saved. I am sanctified and filled with the Holy Spirit. Okay, she is a PK. But he was like, all right, you know, it is what it is. So then in the next scene, Tasia is now at home, I guess watching a reality show, got her little snacks, her food, getting ready to sit down and eat. Somebody just walked right in the door. Aaron walks right in the door. He lives next door to Tasia. He's never really home. He's been knowing Tasia since and the other ladies since their sophomore year in college. Aaron he runs a successful company. He's very rich. But he seems like the good guy. He doesn't cook, so his refrigerator is always empty, which is why he kind of it seems like he's going to rely on Tasia. So he goes over there. She's eating she had Chinese food. So she's eating her Chinese food. He take her cut and, you know, want to eat, and they sit there because they've always watched reality shows. So it seemed as though there may be some chemistry. I'm going to assume, even based on the conversation all of the ladies had, the ladies had with Tasia. So it's the middle of the night, and Lex wake up because Dante's phone is ringing, and she goes into the bathroom. And she takes his phone, goes into the bathroom, and she keeps replaying in her mind what Tasia has told her. Tasia told her that, you know, she's beautiful, you deserve more. You know, so she's replaying those things in her mind. She know what she deserved, but I think because of the comfort and the lifestyle and the things she's given up to be with Dante, and they are married. Her and Dante are married. That I think she's not doing all of that. So, there was a text that came through, a video text that came through Dante's phone. She opened up the text and she see him performing with another woman. I was like, wow. It gets greater, okay, in this episode. So anyway, Fallon, the PK, she's in her car. And her mom calls her and she was like, you know, don't forget to come to your dad, the church's anniversary. She was like, I also want to introduce you to someone. Fallon is against it. She was like, I don't want to meet anybody. She was like, I just want to introduce you to him. And she was like, he's so cute. And she didn't want to. But of course, we're going to get to meet him maybe in the next episode. Or whenever we get to this church anniversary, because I want to see. Anyway, Jordan called Tasia, and she's still watching, you know, she's still at home with Aaron, and they're watching the little reality show or whatever on TV. And so he's still flirting with her, and he was like, listen, I can on me for free. I know you're doing the, you know, your what do they call it? The model thing or whatever with your clothing line. But I wanted to know, instead of you paying for a photographer, I'm also a photographer, so I can do it free of charge. And so Tasia was like, no, I'll have my own photographer. It is easy, but I think in Tasia's mindset, she's like, he probably gonna want something out of it. So she just said immediately no. She declined. So Alexis, Dante, if you didn't know, Dante is clearly cheating on Alexis. She knows, but that okay. So Dante came home. She showed him. No, he came downstairs. They were still in the house, and she showed him the video what she got on his phone. And she was like, I know that we agreed to this open relationship, and it feels like the open relationship is only on Dante's side and not on Alexia's side. But that's just what I see. So she was like, listen, I know we agreed to something open, but I told you as long as it didn't come on my doorstep, and I need y'all to stop being this way. Please stop being this person. So Dante tells her, listen, you knew what it was when you first met me, but you know what? You won. You the one who got the ring. And I was like, did she win though? Because she's losing. When I tell y'all, Dante has the audacity. The audacity. Okay. So Fallon, she knocks on the door with, I guess, with a bag of food in her hand. With this dude comes to the door, short, light, mouth full of goals, very ratchet, might I add, bald, and this man, and he's a weed head. He asked her for some weed. She was like, I don't smoke. And I guess he's one of those people, whenever times get tough for her, she goes over to him, which we don't know his name, to get the Mario coins knocked out of her. Okay. Apparently he has many a plenty. Father Abraham has many a plenty hoes somewhere, because he told her after everything was said and done, well, you need to go out of the back door because I don't want people in my business, aka I don't want my to see you. All right. He even forgot her name. He forgot who she was. Like, yeah, ma'am, I hope you put something on. Okay, so she got up and she left, and I was like, no ma'am, no ma'am, no ma'am. Anyway, everybody, so Alexis, Tasia, Fallon, Aaron, did I say Aaron? What is his name, y'all? Trying to get it right. Don't come for me. Aaron, I was right. Aaron and Fendi, they are walking this trail, and Alexis tells the lady, she shared with the ladies that Dante has did it again. We also find out that Dante has been cheating since day one. They are married, and she's not leaving because she took a vow, and they had to let her know that he took vows too, not just you. So Lex, at this moment, she's just trying to justify her reason. She's just trying to justify on Dante's behalf. She was like, Dante has been good to me. She said, that's why, he makes it hard for me to leave, and he is a good husband. And I was like, but this man is cheating on you, and he's cheating on you. He's not a good husband. He's not a good person. Dante is self-serving. And from Dante's, the way he talks, that's something he's not going to do, because he told you knew what I was about when you first met me. So you have to take some accountability, Alexis. So anyway, Tasia asks how good he must have some, because you're dealing with all of this, all of the women, even the women that sliding all up in his DMs. And Lex said Dante treats her like a queen. And I was like, you have a skewed vision of what being treated like a queen is supposed to be. Anyway, she was like, I can have whatever I want, whenever I want. And Tasia was like, at what cost? You can have all of these things at your feet. You can have basically buy you the world. but at what cost? At the cost of your health, at the cost of your nervous system, your happiness, those things, your mental stability, your emotional and mental stability. All of those things are hard. I mean, I just feel like it just surpasses money to me. So yeah, you would override all of this just to have things at your feet. And again, it goes back to, you would have been able to have that had you stood firm and stayed in law school and passed your bar. But no, you wanted to be kept. And this is the cost of being kept with Dante. So Alexis said, all men cheat, and as long as he can come home to her. And I was like, that is not a mindset that you should have. But okay, Alexis, we hope that will change. So Alexis and Fallon thinks Tasia and Aaron, because they had some words or whatever, they just kind of was having a conversation. And so the ladies think that they have sexual tension. And of course, Tasia is denying it. And I'm like, she was like, I look at Aaron as my brother. And I was like, I'm sure that she does, but I don't know. I didn't see it. I guess I didn't see it. I just saw two people that are really good friends. But hey, she denied it. So, as the ladies are finishing their hike with the guys, Dante rode up on Lex so she can come home. So Tasia was like, oh, what you want? What you doing here? So, of course, Dante is one of those men. If you have a friend that's protective, he's always going to look at her as the troublemaker, and she's not. You just want to do whatever you want to do, and you want somebody docile and dumb so you can keep doing all of this. So, he tells Lex, like, you gave me the permission to cheat on you, and by allowing all of this to happen, you knew all of this was happening. I don't know if it sounded like he told her up front, and I think she was okay with it, or he may have been like, okay, can we bring in somebody else? And she was okay with it, and it just kind of took legs and became everything else. Anyway, Tasia asked Aaron if they were in a car. So because the ladies were like, hey, because they had tension, she asked Aaron if he made if he had an opportunity, basically, would he make a move on her? And he was like, hell yeah, hands down. You have the face, the body, you have everything a man will want and need. I would. So she kind of was taken aback and got offended. And yeah, that was that on that conversation. But then we see Fendi. He's because Fallon is walking as the model in Tasia's fashion show. So she's trying on her lingerie, and everybody's just having a conversation. Tasia is on FaceTime while they get ready for this fashion show. And so Fallon gets a knock on her door. Her and Fendi go to the door, and it is Lex at the door with her bags. And she was like, I left Dante. And this is where the episode ended. I was like, okay, good for you. But this was actually a good episode. I can't wait to see episode 2. I think I just might watch it just for sport. And then next week, I'm going to rewatch it for a review. Anyway, y'all, that's all I got for today. Tomorrow, you will have the Real Housewives of Atlanta and the Real Housewives of Rhode Island. Yes. So, with all of that being said, this is your girl Q1 reminding you to keep showing up, keep growing, stay true to yourself, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.